You are an IT specialist who is working, studying, or doing research in Innopolis. Maybe you came from another country, from South North America, Africa, Asia, Europe, or even from another city in Russia. As an IT specialist, you are working on IT products, application gadgets in different fields for entertainment, industrial purposes, etc. These ideas, maybe they are your idea, or maybe you are asked by your supervisor, or a client asks you directly. And your product will be used in different countries, in different regions, in different continents. IT products will be affected by a country's culture more than industrial goods because IT products must be designed to meet needs, values, and beliefs. In this talk, I will talk about 7 cultural factors that an IT specialist should be taking into account. The first one, material culture. This includes the technological goods used by the majority of the population and the availability of resources such as electricity, telephone, internet, and wireless communication. The second one is cultural preference. Each country will have varying preferences for products, foods, quality levels, and even brands. The meaning of shapes, colors, and iconic features can also have different cultural significance. These cultural differences must be taken into account to determine whether products are suitable for a market or whether they can be adapted for greater business success. Hereby, I will give you an example. We are going to design an application to sell meat, and we want to choose an icon for application, cow or pig. To have a better understanding, let's look at the 3 scenarios. First scenario, the target place is somewhere in West European country. To choose a better icon, we should understand that in these countries, both meats, beef and pork, you can find it in the food basket. So choosing both of them are totally okay. In the second scenario, the location is somewhere in a Muslim Arabic country. And we know that according to the religion beliefs, using the pork is prohibited. So the core item will be suitable for our application. In scenario 3, location is somewhere in India, and we know that according to the Indians' belief, cow icon is not a good choice. However, choosing a pig, I do not know. So we should be aware of cultural preferences to have a successful product. The languages spoken and used in a country have an impact on marketing, brand names, the collection of information through surveys and interviews, advertising, and the conduct of business relationships. Languages might vary between regions of a country, and some countries have more than one official language. For example, Canada has 2 official languages, Switzerland has 4 main languages, and Kenya has 22. The number of languages spoken in a country usually gives a very clear indication of the level of diversity in culture and attitudes. However, even countries where only one language is spoken can have regions of wide cultural diversity. Education. The typical level of completed education in a region or a country can indicate the quality of a potential workforce and the status of consumers. Religion is a major cultural influencer that can affect many aspects of life, including the role of women in society, rules about food and beverage consumption, clothing habits, and holiday activities. ethics and values. This can have an impact on international business, especially when conducted from within another country. For example, you are working in Innopolis, but you are coming from Asia and the target place is America. However, it is important for researchers to remember that the same ethics and values are not held by everyone in a target country. They are always dependent on status, region, and religion. And the last, cultural factors, social organizations. The composition of family groups, the prevalence of special interest groups and attitudes toward them, racial diversity, and recreational lifestyles are all important to consider when a country is being investigated as a potential market. For example, in 2004, the South Korean government started shortening the work week from 6 days to 5. In 2007, all companies with 5 or more employees had to provide 2 days of free time a week. As of 2011, all companies in South Korea comply with the 5-day work week. This major shift in lifestyle has led to a boom in hotels, tourism, and the consumption of Western-style leisure time products. It has even changed eating habits. Between 2005 and 2007, 200 restaurants opened in the capital city of Seoul to provide Western-style brunch foods, including blueberry pancakes, bagels, sticks, and bacon and eggs. It is essential that IT specialists take into account the lifestyles and culture of countries to which they are considering as the target market. This information can be used to determine whether a product or service would be considered essential, useful, luxury, or even undesirable in a target country. Some products and services might even be found culturally unacceptable while they are accepted in another country.